We are sitting right now with Damien Judge. He is the CEO of Trellidor. Trellidor is turning 50. Can you believe it? That's remarkable. Any business to be able to manage 50 years and still have such a good name, that says a lot. And to market, they are launching something called 50 Safe Spaces. It is launching this Women's Month. In fact, today is the day that you can start nominating anyone that you think deserves to win this. They are donating and installing 50 security units. Those are both retractable and fixed gates to community organizations around SA. So I want you to think about a GBV shelter that you know of, maybe an animal shelter, children's home, an old age home, a disability facility, anyone that you know needs some help. Today we start nominating. So today, the 3rd of August, we nominate until the 30th of September. The winners will be picked on community impact and need, and this is just remarkable. Damien Judge, welcome to Plays It In.
Thanks, Gary.
You are, I think, the last of your family to sit on these chairs.
I know, it's quite embarrassing, actually.
We've had your wife here. I'm pretty sure your brother-in-law's been in here.
Sure.
We've had your daughters. So his daughter was one of Mackenzie, was one of the girls from Annie.
The real performer in the family.
The real performer. And we're so happy to have you here today. 54 franchises in 27 countries. Is that for real?
54 franchises in South Africa and then another 20 plus into Africa.
No. Where did Trellidor start?
All here in Durbs, hometown.
Durban?
Hometown. Started, a simple little powder coating business back in the day. And it just evolved from there. Manufacturing's been in Phoenix Industrial Park since the 80s. And it's just grown from strength to strength. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, exactly.
But very proud to hit 50. It's like you say, it's a remarkable achievement, especially nowadays in terms of how economies change and businesses change, etc. So it's one thing to turn 50, but it's another thing to think about how you celebrate it meaningfully.
Exactly.
And I think as a brand, to step back a bit, we've been so focused on, obviously there's a product sell and you want to do well financially as a business.
Of course, it's a business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But uplifting communities and creating safe spaces has always been at the core of the business. So, we often are asked to help out with facilities that help with kids with disabilities or gender-based violence facilities, hospitals with mental illness patients, etc., etc. So we've always played in that space. 2 years ago, we also partnered with Siyabonga Nomvete as part of his foundation, the ex-footballer.
Wow.
And he does coaching clinics outside of, in sort of rural KZN, and the same sort of concept about getting kids off the streets, creating safer communities through education and football as your means, and we're his main sponsor in that space. So it's always been about how we as a brand can do more in the community. So having this opportunity to celebrate 50 years, coinciding with Women's Month,
exactly.
It just made so much sense to say, let's give away 50 units and create safer spaces across the country.
This morning, before you came in, I was just saying, Damien's coming in, and I was telling the boys, because Mario was here as well, that when I was working in Cape Town, one of the stations, we had a prize giveaway to a woman who won. She was from a pretty rural area, or a more rural area, and she won like a fridge and a microwave and a TV and all the things, and we were so excited, and we did this like delivery and the whole thing, and what we didn't think of was security. So what happened was we delivered these things to her, and within a day, she had been completely cleaned out. Yes. Because the people in the community, obviously one or two Skabengas heard what was happening, they came and they got all the new stuff, and we were like, oh shit, we didn't think about security. And I saw, somewhere when I was looking up about Trellidor, I love this line, safety is a right, not a privilege. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, I can't afford something, therefore my children and I are not safe at night.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think framing it like this, that safety is not a privilege, it is a right. And especially now, with this 50 years and Women's Month and what you're doing, I just think it's beautiful. Let's get straight into it. Today, nominations open.
Correct.
Where do we go to nominate?
Website's obviously the easy one, trellidor.co.za. On the landing page, there'll be a link that'll take you through, and anyone can nominate a facility. So we're just asking for basic details and a little bit of motivation on why you think that facility deserves it, and across the country.
I was about to ask.
It doesn't matter where you are.
Not KZN specific.
Not KZN specific. Fortunately for us as a brand, which sort of separates us, I think, from our competition, is that we are so well represented, as you said, 54 franchises. We cover every corner of the country. So wherever that facility is, doesn't matter how remote it is, we'll get a team there to provide the installation, and also on our social media pages, obviously Facebook, Instagram, etc. There's
Yes.
also some links that you'll follow on our stories. Just click through and follow the form fills and let us know why, and then like you said, it'll run over 2 months, populate it, and then we'll try and do as much as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously don't want to turn people away if it's overrun, and it obviously says that there's a need, and if we can make it happen for as many people as possible, we hope we can.
So if you're listening right now or you're watching, hello TikTok, you can go to trellidor.co.za.
Correct answer.
And go and have yay! and go and have a look there and think about that place. I want to ask you, is there anything specifically that has to, like a box that has to be ticked in order for us to nominate a organization or a space? Are animals allowed? Like, can we nominate an animal space, or is this purely for humans?
Facilities that are creating safer communities is the only prerequisite. So
right.
I think we'll take everything as we can, and then as part of the campaign, Arthur, we want to give opportunity to those facilities to have their time in the sun. I think often we neglect or you take those things for granted, and when you're actually in those spaces and you're doing the installs and you're seeing the people that you're impacting, it really brings it home on what you can provide as a brand. Like you say, it's a right, not a privilege, and sometimes we treat it like a privilege, unfortunately. So we also want to make sure that as we complete an installation, we give some exposure to those facilities and document the work that they're doing.
I've got a message coming through now saying, are churches eligible?
Churches are eligible, safer communities.
Oh, okay, so let's have a look at what Trellidor provides. Most of us, we know the Trellidor. It's kind of the thing when someone says, do you want a Checkers? And they mean a plastic bag. A Trellidor means the safety gate, the security gate. Is there anything that Trellidor is doing that we don't know about? Or are there any misconceptions, you know what I mean? And are there, like, you speak about, over here it said, two different units,
sliding and fixed.
Yes. What are these differences?
So I think from that, still in that traditional sort of behind the wrecking ball, get hit, swung at type of product. So it's still your sliding gate, traditional Trellidor, like you say. Everyone.
And is that the one that will lock automatically, or
there's a slam lock option?
Okay, so is slam lock not another brand name? Is slam lock
a locking function?
Okay, all right.
So you can either have turn of the key and it locks, or you can slam it and it locks type of thing, depending on what your house environment is.
So you get lots of call outs because by mistake I slam locked myself and now I'm locked.
There are a few.
And what do you do in those situations?
No, it's obviously things that the installation team can do to sort that out. We also get a lot of calls for, please come fix my Trellidor, and it's not a Trellidor, getting back to the Checkers packets. So it's the beauty of the brand, but it also is a bit of a challenge, is that's how well known we are, and everything's a Trellidor.
Yes, everything's a Trellidor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But and then on the fixed side, like you were talking just now, that's similar to what the Trellidor looks like, except it doesn't slide. So that's really for your windows. If you just want a fixed, permanent burglar
do you do
guard.
the windows also?
Windows, doors, yes, yeah. 50 openings, doors or windows, we're looking to secure.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay, so how will the person be chosen? So let's say now we get to September, you've got 100 entries, and every one of them seems in need.
In need, yeah. Everyone will be in need.
How will we choose? Do you have a panel of judges? Is it specifically, like, how are you going to decide?
I think if we have a big call for it, which I'm hoping that we do, what we'll do is, because every Trellidor installation and sales team are sort of security experts in that space, so we'll get them to go out around the country and survey the actual facility, because sometimes what you think is the risk area is not necessarily the risk area. You might think you need something on the front door, but it's actually quite a sturdy door with a good locking, and
You've realized the back kitchen.
Exactly. So we'll get those guys out to come and survey and say where the high risk areas are, and then we'll do our best to just put those products in to make sure that we create that safe space.
Okay, so just to also double check, it's 50 openings. So
50
if you
openings.
have, like, if someone says, I want to nominate this children's hospital, and it's got like 50 windows,
They're going to take it all.
they'll take, okay, no, but that's no problem. And I think that it's still 50 security spaces which are going to be helped, which is amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
And then once this happens, now we've done the installation, but now we've got possibly another 50 or 60 places that we know are in need. Is there any way that we can continue to help these people? I mean, I'm happy here at Plays It In for us to do something to give these people time in the light or whatever.
Exactly. I think that'll be a great idea if we can get into some fundraising activities and raise more awareness for these facilities. We can obviously come to the party with donating parts of the product, and then other community players can get involved, and we can see, because I think there's such a desperate need, and it becomes out of sight, out of mind, unfortunately. And we really want to get them back into sight and back into everyone's mind so that we can make a difference.
I've got a message here coming up from Tom right now. He's like, when it says professionally installed, what does that mean? And if you get something professionally installed, does it come with a warranty or is there maintenance? I mean, that's a good question. Thank you, Tom. But also, if I have a Trellidor and someone does break in, can I phone you and make it your problem? How does that happen?
So getting back to the first question.
Okay, yes, first question. What did he ask? What does professionally installed mean, and warranty and maintenance?
No, exactly. So Trellidors are not DIY products off the shelf.
Yeah.
Every single product that we manufacture is custom made for that specific opening. Although people...
Really?
Although you think all windows are built the same size, they are not. So every unit that we install is specifically measured to fill that opening.
Oh, so when I move from my house, I can't be like, Trellidor, come take my gates, I'm taking you to my new home.
No, you have to, because if you do that, you're compromising the security element. The snugger it fits into that opening and secured, the better it is from a security perspective. And then it's not just installed with your standard tools at home. There's a trained professional installation team that comes through.
Otherwise, any DIY dude could just come and uninstall it and get into the house.
Exactly. So we try and avoid that as best as possible. So when we say professionally installed, it's our trained installation teams from that specific franchise that'll come through and do the installation, and then the warranties that carry with that product. So on the coast for your steel products, for example, you've got 3 years warranty. Inland, you've got 5 years, and then aluminium, you've got 5 years across the board.
So you've got steel that lasts 3 years this close to the coast. Nicely done, sir.
We've got some good innovation, good powder coating. So we powder coat all our own products. We've got 3 powder coating lines at our factory here.
Wow.
So everything is done in-house. Colors are all done ourselves. We really try and own the process as much as possible.
And is everything done here in Phoenix and then sent to Cape Town, Bloem, Pretoria?
All around, yeah.
Wow.
So we've got an incredible logistics hub. So we're in Joburg every day of the week delivering. Cape Town every day except Friday or Monday, I think, is one day we don't miss. They've got a little bit more time on their hands.
That's fine.
And then from there, it just distributes further. But even into Africa, everything's coming out of this plant. We do work in the UK. Everything's coming out of this plant.
What do you mean you do work in the UK?
So... we've been in the UK since the mid-90s as Trellidor as a brand.
See, people, you see you guys are running to the UK thinking it's better there. Look, they need the safety stuff too.
Yes, unfortunately the UK is struggling a little bit from that side, especially in the sort of retail space. So we do a lot of work with shopping centres and those areas, pharmacies, stuff like that, where there is unfortunately an increase in petty theft and shoplifting that's taking place.
I have a question. I don't know if you're going to be able to answer this. So I'm just wondering, did your security, did Trellidor, did it survive any of the riots?
From South Africa perspective, there's actually quite an interesting video that went around a bottle store that was attacked.
Yeah.
And it had a Trellidor across the front door, and they broke the window next to it to go into the store. They left the Trellidor alone.
Wow. The Trellidor's still standing there strong.
Yeah,
you will not come in.
we did have some good test. I mean, really robust.
It's great PR for you guys.
Testing experience. And unfortunately, there were a lot of products that, not our products, but that got breached quite easily. And that just speaks to some of the standards and where insurance is not really putting too much pressure on it. So put a basic barrier in front and you'll get your cover.
So going back to insurance, I'm going to ask the question I asked again, because just like a gynecologist who says the Mirada's in, or the dad who's had the snip, and all of a sudden there's a fourth child on the way, and you want to say to the doctor, you owe me money for school fees now. I mean, I don't know if it can happen, but through a Trellidor sofa covered, and I don't even know if it can happen, do I phone Trellidor and say, this happened?
So, Kerry, unfortunately, as we've seen in South Africa, if people are given enough time, they'll get through anything.
Okay.
So I think nothing is indestructible. We do make a product that is internationally certified that the London Transport use for anti-terrorism.
Wow.
That you won't get through, but you got to pay for that, unfortunately.
Of course. Okay, so that's like not something you could just put at your house,
exactly.
but that's...
But You
exists.
can get them that you won't get through.
What did you call that?
That is called our Trojan S3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
It's
I mean, yeah, what makes it so indestructible?
The type of steel, but also I think there's no testing that happens in South Africa. So a lot of people talk about their products being tested and manufactured in here, but there's no actual testing standards here. So when we needed to get into the UK with the retail shopping centres and the London Underground or London for Transport, they needed specific testing. So we sent product over to the UK.
Is your stuff in the London Underground?
London Underground, yeah.
For real?
Yes, yeah.
From Durban?
From Durban, all here.
How cool is that?
No, it's an incredible story, yeah. So we've done about 8 or 9 stations now where they're going through a revamp process of just replacing some older gates. So, but it all had to be certified, so properly tested. They employ professional thieves.
Amazing.
With a group of tools.
Yeah, Devik is scrolling through your website right now. It's like Trojan S3, yes.
No, it's a beast of a
There's
product.
the Trojan Classic.
So
We've
the
got
Trojan Classic also being tested now for certification. So you can put that in your home, which will up your level of security. So effectively, we don't sell product. We sell time and noise. We try and buy you as much time as possible to allow your armed response and your alarms to kick in.
Of course. Oh, wow.
And noise, because if you're making as much noise as possible, then more people are hearing what's going on. So that's actually what we sell. We'll try and give you as much time and make as much noise as possible.
That's genius. So this competition kicks off today. We've got Trellidor celebrating 50 years of safety. We're looking for a disability care center, for example, a GBV shelter, children's home, any community organization, anyone that's making our community or helping the community. Trellidor wants to help them. You can go right now to Trellidor, that's TRELLIDOR.co.za. Please nominate. You can nominate as many times as you like, isn't it?
You can.
And as many people as you want.
Just keep your steel busy on the side going through all the nominations.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's your problem now. And this is going to be happening all the way through until September.
Yep.
And if someone's listening right now and they happen just to be moving home or they're looking to do a security upgrade, how do we book a consult, or do I just get one of you guys to come to my home or my office and say, come have a look, what would you suggest? Tell you what my budget is.
Exactly, super easy. Our website's got a book your appointment form full.
Oh, legit?
Super, just put your name and area in. It goes through to our national sort of center. We'll make sure we get the right franchise who's close enough, the closest possible to you. And we always recommend, all our sales guys are trained to do that risk assessment and make sure, because budget is real. We do offer 6 months interest-free finance as well as a 24-month account if you need it.
But 6 months interest-free?
Yeah. So if you qualify for that, then you basically can pay it off over 6 months interest-free. But the consultants will come in and make sure that they're giving you the right solution to cover your needs.
Exactly.
And then you can build it over time to get the right product in. We actually didn't cover that question about the other products that we offer.
Yes.
Jeez, lots going on.
Well done, Damien. Well done. The other products that you offer.
So there's obviously a changing need. The retractable security gate has a very specific place, but we also offer aluminium louver shutters like your plantation shutter or your Mediterranean shutter.
Beautiful.
Beautifully designed. It will match your color, but also has the security reinforced elements of it, so
it's
giving you the security. And also for the Durbanites listening who
monkeys.
Do
they stop monkeys?
We've got a security screen product, stainless steel, that'll stop all the monkeys.
Because all the monkey netting and stuff that I see, it's just ugly, man. Yeah, they go through it and it looks like chicken wire and it's not cute. Or you get that other white one, then you're in a jail.
No, so this is beautifully black stainless steel. And black's quite an interesting space because it just disappears. So when you're actually staring out over the ocean, you can't even see it. It allows the wind flow, so it does a nice climate control, but will stop everything from coming.
Monkeys.
Monkeys. And if you live further up the North Coast and there's a couple of pythons in your estate, it'll stop those guys as well.
Oh, yeah. Dear Belito.
Exactly.
And remember that even though Trellidor is coming very proudly from Phoenix, Durban in South Africa and KZN, you are able to get it anywhere in South Africa and, of course, in the UK as well.
UK, Southern Africa, East Africa, Mauritius, Seychelles, Ghana, we're there.
And now, what I also love, the retractable every single time I've gone somewhere with small kids, someone's getting a finger stuck. So it's so nice to have different options as well of the doors, because I mean, we all of us have got a hand stuck into something one time when you open it by mistake and you're holding it.
You're still talking about Trellidor products there.
Yeah, but
okay.
yeah. But I'm saying, but those ones, I love the fact that there's other options as well now. And then there's the double gate and the single gate. What are those called?
It's still the same, just a configuration change depending on what your need is and
how big the space is, I guess.
Big the spaces and to match what you've existing got as best as possible. So if you've got bar folding glass doors, we can put a bar folding shutter or bar folding screen to sort of match the design, and sliders we can match with sliders. So custom made,
Very
like
cool.
I said, custom made. We'll, for that specific opening as best as possible, we'll make it happen.
Look, I know it's almost past already. It went so fast, but I just wanted to say the last time I saw you, Damien, I'm pretty sure that the little letters after your name said CFO, and now I'm seeing CEO. Was this a new change?
Good spot. Yes, 1st of July.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's been sort of in the making. Terry Dennison, our former CEO, he's been with the brand since '99, so a long time. But decided it was time to give the new kids a chance at it. So
that's really cool.
It's been very exciting. We've got a great team. Got a new chapter, 50 years, sort of aligning quite nicely.
But Damien, just like from a human to human perspective here, I mean, surely there was that moment when you got given the job, whether you knew it was coming or not, but now the title changed. I mean, you're a young dude, you know. How does it feel to be like, I'm a CEO? Does it feel like...
It is a weird thing, because you feel like you're working for it your whole life. I mean, I got into this for this, you know, like I studied what I studied to make sure that I gave myself the best opportunity to get to this point. So when you get it, then you get that sort of overwhelmed, oh gosh, I'm here now.
It's actually happening.
And also from a brand perspective, you've probably got one of South Africa's most loved brands now in your hands.
Yeah.
So don't mess it up.
Don't flip it up.
And also, but I think what's so amazing is that the culture of the brand is so good. The people are so supportive.
That's a big deal.
We've got over 1,000 people across the continent that are reliant on us as a brand and support the brand. So it's an exciting space.
And even from a team perspective, I know there's someone sitting behind my left shoulder, I won't mention his name, who said, I was with Trellidor, then I left, but then I came back. I was like, well, you see, when a place is good, it's good, you know?
Well, we call it blue blood. Once it gets into your system, it's hard to get out.
Well, you know what? I can understand why. It seems like you guys have got a really cool thing going on. And just from every single organization that's about to be helped by Trellidor celebrating their 50 years, thank you. That's a really cool thing to do on your own birthday, when, especially for how hard you guys work, you do have you could have all just taken a trip to Mauritius and had a team something there, but instead you're giving back, and that means a lot.
Thank you.
So
and
thank you very much.
We're really looking forward to it, and to just get exposure to all those facilities and see what people are doing in the community. I think that's going to be the real story.
Definitely. And please keep in touch with us, because I think if we can help to highlight those spaces also, that would be very special for us. Go to trellidor.co.za. Today you can start nominating. Please nominate a centre that you know just needs a little bit extra security, coming from SA's #1 security, because it shouldn't just be a novelty. It shouldn't just be for the wealthy. You know, it's a right to feel secure, and that's what Trellidor is doing. Damien Judge, CEO, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Come sign our wall, please.
Already done.
Yay!